What's going on, parents? Sensei Vlad here. So, in about 2 weeks, we're going to have our Amerikick in-house karate tournament for all our students that are training with us in our locations and online around the world. So, we're going to have an in-house tournament on the 24th. That's the weekend. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this competition is going to help your kids get ready for the big tournaments. Because on the 29th of January, that weekend, we have the AKL Karate League tournaments that are going to start. Okay, so everyone that's going to be participating, we're going to have about, let me see here, every 2.5 months, there's going to be another tournament for the AKL Karate League. And at the end of the league, we have a huge international tournament that is an invitation for everyone around the country. Okay, so that is usually done in person. Hopefully this COVID will break out and we get back into it and invite everyone that competed, that did great or got ready for it and attended. So we most of the time do it in Atlantic City, and it's called the American Internationals. All right, but we need time for your kids to get ready for it. So the 24th weekend of this month, we have a huge tournament. I want you guys to get your kids prepared, get them hyped up, get them going, but you don't have to travel anywhere. Okay, so how do you get your kids to get in, right? So I'm going to show you how to register your kids, but first I'm going to show you how they need to practice, okay, and what they need to practice. So there's forms that they can do. There's weapons if they started weapon training, and then of course there's sparring. But with sparring, it's a little bit different. You basically going to record your sparring techniques, okay, and the person that has the best technique will be placed. Unfortunately, it's virtual for the moment. Nothing we can do about it. But as soon as in person, then you get your hands on each other and figure out who's the best one. Okay, so check this out in your application. All right, this is the Amerikick app. I'm on my dashboard. On the very bottom, there's like a YouTube play button. So over here, you have a few things. If you're a white belt, you are considered a novice, who's a complete beginner. Okay, in the white belts, you have your basics that you should practice, but your forms is what we need you to practice. Okay. So it shows you the entire video and walks you through the entire course. All right, so I need you guys to get your kids practicing this, 10 times a day, every single day. Now, to make it easier for white belts, because you guys are beginners, in the recorded lessons section or the remote recorded lessons, there's one called Learn Your First Form, okay? Or it'll say Mastering your kata, your little dragons. So this is a 15-minute video teaching you guys how to do the entire form, detail to detail. Okay, it's broken down so your kids cannot fail. All right, now if you guys are yellow belts, orange belts, you are a beginner. Okay, so white belts, novice, yellow, orange are beginners. So what you need to practice is your little dragons, or I'm sorry, little tigers, and the orange belts will obviously need to practice their Amerikick one. Okay, it's all laid out. If you don't have access to this, message us. We'll immediately put it on your application. Okay. All right, cool. So now that you know where to send your kids to start training, this has to be done outside of their regular karate classes. So make sure they attend their regular karate class, and then outside of that, have them train at least 10 times with the entire thing and watch them go over it. Prepare them. We want them to obviously get the highest places, right? We want to dominate the competition. So now let's say it's time for you guys to register and you're ready to do it. Where do you go, right? So let me see here. I sent you guys an email, and it showed you a link where to go to basically register the kids for the tournament. All right, I'm just gonna try to find it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I have found it. Let's see if you guys can get this. All right, so watch this, guys. It's pretty simple, but I want you to just understand what to do, so you know exactly how to do it after we get off this call, right? So I sent you guys an email about the tournament. All right, so where do we go to participate? Okay, this is a video just breaking it down for you. Make sure you check your email. And then the address is right here, AKL in-house my event tags. All right, so once you're in here, you are going to create your own profile first as an adult. Okay, I already created my login. All right, and now I want to register for the tournament. So this is myself. I want to add a second person. So the second person, like you see over here, it says add a person. The second person is going to be a child. So I already created my own, but when you create it, you basically put in the basic information, the age, then the shopping cart will show you. Well, let's try a new one. John Smith. Okay, cool. So and let's say I am a novice. Let's say I'm a white belt. So you're gonna type in, if you are live karate classes, then you click here. If you're an Amerikick student, you type in Amerikick, either Staten Island or Park Slope. Okay, and now you're gonna go to next. Okay, now the divisions, because I put that I'm a white belt, is going to be putting into the fighting challenge division. If you, that's where you record your technique. This is the Amerikick forms. It's only white belts here. Okay, and then there's a creative form. I don't recommend it for you guys yet. And then there's a weapons form. Okay, creative form is a form that you made up on at your own time, completely original and it's yours. You made it up by yourself. Okay, so let's say if your kids are yellow belts, or orange belts, they're gonna be classified as beginners. Okay, and now you're going to have access to the divisions, white, yellow, and orange, same as before for white belts, but your forms are going to be for either yellow belt forms or orange belts. Okay, and then same thing with weapons. All right, if your kids are purple belts, they are obviously going to be intermediate. Purple, blue, and green belts are intermediate belts. All right, and then if you're higher belts, brown belts, you're obviously advanced. Okay, creative forms, make sure you choose the purple ones. Musical, if you have like music in the background as you're performing your weapon form or just your regular form, it's called a musical form. So it's another division you can sign up your kids for, so they can actually have more chances of winning. And then there's weapons, and again, musical weapons. It's the same exact thing, but you have music playing in the background that's synchronized to the form. So the first division is, so let's say I do sparring, I'd have to actually upload a video. So you can either upload it from your computer, okay, or you can put in a YouTube link. Okay, once you're done, you select the next one, same thing. Then you go to the weapons. Once you complete it, you go next, and then you basically purchase it. Now, remember, I'm doing it for for your child, not for your own profile. Okay, so remember that. So you created your own profile, and then you created a profile for the kids. Okay, the first division is $25. So if they just do forms, you're just paying 25 bucks. If you're gonna do forms and weapons, it's $10. If you're gonna add musical forms, it's an additional. Musical weapons, additional. But I recommend doing it because it does increase the chances of your kids taking first place multiple times. The more first places you take, the more points you accumulate. Okay, and then at the end of the year, you get to be the top 10 champion in the circuit. Okay, now what if you did like two forms, right? You did a regular American Little Dragons, and then you did American Little Dragons with a video. So whichever one had the highest place, that's the one that they're going to count. Okay, same thing with weapons. All right, so they're not going to give you for each one. It's best out of forms, best out of weapons, and then obviously best out of sparring. All right, I hope this was educational. If you guys have any questions, message us, comment below. or give us a buzz or a text. All right, we'll see you guys on the mat. Get ready for competition.